Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. In the last episode, I managed to complete all of Chapter 6, and I was given yet another hint towards Sachiko's end goal for, I guess, survivors of Class 2-9. And once again, the hint seems to revolve around the paper charms from the Sachiko Ever After charm. Now, what exactly she needs those for, I still don't know. But apparently, they hold some kind of. But apparently, they have something to do with all the different alternate universes and timelines that I've been seeing all the way through this game up until now. And Sachiko is basically trying to keep those alternate timelines occurring indefinitely, I guess, before meeting their fate. I still feel like I might be missing another possible clue here or something, but maybe I'll find out what this is all about here in this chapter, for sure. Unless something else unlocks here after I complete it, in which case, well, maybe I'll find out there, but if not, then, well, I don't know. Maybe a sequel game here might help me solve a few mysteries. Anyway, so yeah, after I completed Chapter 6 and gotten another hint towards the paper charms, we started Chapter 7, and we're now playing as the Byakudan high school students that entered the school around roughly the same time that Class 2-9 Kisaragi Academy did. So basically, Kurosaki and Kizami's group, basically. And we're playing as Toko from that group, and I pretty much remember her from Blood Covered. And well, turns out that her crush is Kizami, so I'm pretty sure that given what I know of the group's own journey in the school so far, she's probably going to basically see her beloved for the crazy maniac that he actually is, and she's not gonna take it very well. I would bet money on it. Anyway, there's a corpse here. It's a half-decomposed corpse. Unfortunately, it's too far gone to determine age or gender. But there's still a fully intact student ID name tag lodged between two bones, identifying these as the remains of a teenage girl. Komashiro Trade School. Tomomi Morinaga. Okay, you get darkening from examining corpses. It's a mirror, but it's too cloudy to make out much detail. For some reason, the air around this spot feels unnaturally chilled. It would probably be best to keep your distance. Probably. The stall doors seem to be stuck and absolutely will not open anymore. But I was just in there. Maybe the lock somehow got jammed when I left? I guess that's a possibility. Alright, let's go out into the hall and see what I can find. Well, you're not doing too hot, Katayama, and who the hell are you, redhead? I've seen you here and there before, but I still have no idea who the hell you are. Ryousuke! It hurts, it hurts.
Ryousuke!
Ryousuke! God, no. I'll bet it hurts real bad. Well, it looks like it hurts real bad, so it probably does.
膝と大腿部の関節を縛った。出血は抑えられるはずだ。
I've tied up your knee and thigh joints. That should help stop the bleeding.
足も持ってきてるから心配するな。
Shimada, so is that your name, redhead? And we've got your leg right here, so don't worry about that. Oh, so now I remember. Wasn't your leg severed?
Toko.
Toko. We were in an old-fashioned, run-down, and probably condemned school building. None of us knew how we got here, nor even where here was. I just emerged from the girls' room with Emi after losing my lunch, where Yuya, Ohkawa, Katayama, and Shimada were waiting. The whole hallway was an absolute bloodbath after what had happened. Poor Katayama walked into some kind of booby trap, and half his right leg was lopped off, from the knee down. It looked excruciating. Probably because it is. How is somebody supposed to handle a situation like this? Why did this have to happen at all? It hurts.
なんなんだよこの学校。なんで罠とか仕掛けてあるんだ。つうかどこだよここ。ふざけんなよ。
The fuck is wrong with this school? Why would there be traps set up in here? Where the hell are we? Feels like somebody's screwing with us.
静かにしてよ。Ryousuke大怪我してんだぞ。
Keep quiet. Ryousuke has been very badly injured.
あ？なんだおい。やんのかこれ。
Eh? How's your problem? You stepping?
やめて。
Stop it, please. This is what tagging along with Mitsuki and the others got me. I thought it was going to be a laugh riot. And at first, it was great. So we all went to the student council room, where we met up with Katayama, Shimada, and Emi, and started cleaning and goofing around. And then when we were done, Emi suggested we all try out this new charm she discovered on the internet. She's nuts for that kind of stuff. So we have you to blame for all this, Emi. You and Ayumi would probably get along great for being unwitting instigators of doom. She took out this simple white paper doll, and we were all kind of fascinated. So we did as we were instructed, and then suddenly everything went dark. Yeah, your whole situation honestly is eerily similar to what Class 2-9 of Kisaragi Academies is before they wound up here. You're all doing your business, and then you cleaned up a room after some kind of festival. Then one of your friends decides to suggest doing a little charm that she found on the internet, and then boom, here you are. I wonder how many other groups of student bodies here basically end up performing the charm under similar circumstances besides you two. There was a violent shaking, and then we were here in this old schoolhouse. No explanation.
とにかく出ようよここ。
We just need to get out of here.
みんなで一緒にここを出よう。玄関に行こう。
We need to work together and get out of this horrible place. Let's try to find an exit.
片山は
What about Katayama?
俺が背負う。
I'll carry him. Yuya. Yuya was so kind. You can always count on boys in times like these. Still, there was a potential problem with this course of action.
待って。
Wait.
でも今みたいな罠とかさあったら危ないよ。人を背負ってたらとっさに動けないし。
What if there are more traps? If you're carrying someone piggyback, you won't be able to react quickly enough to avoid them.
だけど。
But
だからまずは外までの道の安全を確保してから
we have
片
to.
山くんを連れに戻ってきた方がいいと思うんだ。
What I'm thinking is, we find a way out and ensure the road between here and there is safe, then come back for Katayama.
賛成だ。
I'll agree to that.
そっか。
Yeah.
Ryousuke.
Yusuke. Yusuke. Don't worry. We won't leave you behind. We won't, will we? Ohkawa was in a state of absolute panic. He just kept muttering himself at Katayama's side. The two had always been extremely close. It's only natural he'd be worried, though his concern kind of bordered on obsession.
でもじゃあ誰が行くの？
But,
通路を歩いてるだけでいきなり足が切り飛ばされるんだよ。
who's going to go? We could lose our own legs in the blink of an eye, just walking around in here.
お前今玄関行こうっつったじゃねえか。行ってこいよ。
You're the one who said we should find an exit in the first place. So you go. Shimada practically spit his answer at her. I hate people like him. Sure, he had a pretty face. That's basically all he had, though. People like him pose as models in men's journals. But they're not good for much else. He got a lot of girls, too. But I'm not one of them. I can never get past his awful attitude. It's such a huge turnoff for me when guys act that way. Not that I don't admire speaking with confidence and force. I try to do it myself whenever I can. But there's a difference between speaking forcefully and speaking in a way that belittles others. Shimada was basically just cold and uncaring.
私が行くよ。言い出すっぺだし。
Cold and uncaring, huh? No wonder we never heard of you up until now. Because who would want to talk about somebody like you? I'll go. I'm the one who suggested separating after all. Toko.
俺も行こう。
I'll go too. Yuya. What a difference. Like night and day. Kind, thoughtful people like him don't make flippant remarks. They just man up and get stuff done. I was crushing on him harder than ever. Because now, not only did I think he was both cool and hot, I also gained a ton more respect for him. You are gonna have this pedestal that you're setting him on crushed so damn hard. I'm gonna feel so bad for you.
大人数で行く必要はない。行くならあと一人くらいだ。どうする？
There's no need for everyone to go. One more person should be plenty. Any takers? Dead silence. No volunteers, huh? Everybody just looked at one another, then looked away as if they were ashamed of themselves.
俺はどうしよう、涼介。寂しいよな。
What do I do, Ryousuke? You'll be lonely here all by yourself, won't you? He was frantically shifting his gaze from one person to another. I've never seen him so on edge before. Finally, the silence was broken by a loud, shrill male voice. Definitely not whom I would have picked.
くそ、俺が言ってやるよ。お前はここにいろ。
God damn it, fine. I'll go. You stay here.
いいの？
You sure it's okay?
桐崎さんが行くって言ってるのに。俺。
Kirisaki said she'd go, and she's a girl, so I
俺が行く。ヘタレはここで待ってろ。邪魔になる。
said I'm going. You wait here, you good-for-nothing sack. You just get in the way anyway.
わかった。俺は涼介についてるよ。頼む。
Alright. I'll stay here, Ryousuke. Good luck.
じゃあ行こう。急がないと片山マジで危ないし。
Come on. Let's go. If we don't hurry, Katayama could be in real danger. He already is in real danger.
気をつけてね。
Toko, be careful, okay? I will. Was I scared? You bet I was scared. But in a situation like this, everybody has to work together. And as long as I had any willpower left in me, I wasn't about to give up. Plus, it didn't hurt that Yuya was with me, so I knew everything was going to turn out just fine. Again, I'm going to feel so bad for you later on. I'm feeling bad for you now, but I'm going to feel a lot worse. I wonder what would happen if I try to bring you guys in here. Nothing, okay. Still in pain, of course.
Ryousuke, 頑張れ。頑張れよ。
Ryousuke, hang in there. Hang in there. Why? Why did this have to happen? Because somebody loves a lot of suffering and pain.
大川のヘタレ野郎、マジバカだよな。いくら片山が死にかけだっつったって、ついててやったら助かるのかよ。
That Ohkawa is such a useless bastard. I don't care how close to dying Katayama is. What good's it gonna do to stay here crying about it? Waste of time.
泣いて心配して、俺いいやつってか？ヘドが出んぜ。
Just sobbing his eyes out and think he's a good person. It makes me sick.
でもさ、大川の代わりにこうやって石膏役買って出るんだもん。あんた口悪いけどいいとこあんじゃない？
Well, you still volunteered to scout out an exit in this place, so I know you care at least a little bit. No matter how much you may curse and complain. Or he just doesn't want to look bad.
こいつもこいつも。
You're all nuts. What's so funny about that? I thought I was paying him a compliment. Granted, it was largely just to shut him up, but still. Yuya didn't seem to think it was funny. Actually, he didn't seem to be paying any attention to anything either of us were saying. He just kept walking. Well, whatever. I picked up my pace a little so I'd be closer to Yuya, and just kept walking myself. No sense dwelling on it. That brought by darkening? The boys' room door is completely boarded up. There's no way to get inside. The door is completely okay. It doesn't say anything different. I wonder what Class 2-9 is doing right this moment. Because I think it's around this time that they also showed up, yes? Might as well... Hell, they probably... Hell, both groups might have performed their charms at roughly the same time. Here. Assuming they didn't already go to the nurse's office, it'd probably be a good idea for me to stop by there and maybe see if I could find some medical supplies. But since this is Heavenly Host I'm dealing with, it's probably going to turn out to be the exact opposite of a good idea. It's locked up tight, so we'll have to try somewhere else. The word infirmary was written on the plate above the door. Somehow the room just felt like it would be deserted. I was oddly confident about that. Not sure why I felt that way, to be honest. But for good measure, I shouted, "Is anybody in there?" We still hadn't found Mitsuki, after all. I didn't hear her call back, though. So really, we had no business in this room whatsoever. Wait. Was that a key sticking out of the lock? Who would have locked the door but left the key? What would be the point?
お、なんだこれ。扉に鍵刺さってるぜ。
Whoa, what's up with that? The key's just sitting there, probably because someone left it there for us to find. So, trapped.
何してんの？
What are you doing?
中に化け物でもいたら大変だろ。出てこれないようにしてやった。
Hey, there could be a boogeyman in there or something. And then what would we do? I figure better to lock him in and keep him out of our hair. I suppose that does make some sense.
その鍵、どうするのよ。
And what exactly do you plan to do with that key?
俺が持っとくよっと。
I'm gonna hang on to it, of course.
危ないな、投げないでよ。
Stop tossing it around. That's dangerous.
キャッチうめえだろ。
Don't worry, I
まだ高く投げられるぜ。
ways catch whatever I throw. Hell, I can go even higher. You're gonna, and then it's gonna slip from your fingers and go down a hole, and then we all just grumble at you. Honestly, pain in the ass. Shimada was such a pain in the ass. I really couldn't stand the guy.
Huh.
しつこい、分かったからやめて。
God, you're persistent. Look, you're very good at throwing and catching, okay? So just stop already.
ここ天井高えな。よし。な。
The ceiling in this place sure is high. Let's see if I can touch it. Alley. Oops!
ああ、どこ行った？
Huh? The hell did it go?
まあいいや。知らね。
Whatever. I don't give a shit. And now the infirmary was cut off from us if we needed it. Brilliant. No kidding. Hey, I wasn't done exploring the rest of the second floor yet.
昇降口だ。やった、出られる。
It's an exit. An honest to goodness exit. We can finally get out of here. I rushed over to the door, hopeful yet afraid, knowing it might not open, but praying this horrid place would show us at least a little mercy. Gingerly, I raised my hand and pushed on it, and it swung open without even the slightest hesitation. It seemed almost too easy. You could say that again. Hey, I see a swing set out there. No, actually no, those look like monkey bars. No. Well, they look like bars of some kind. It was unnaturally dark outside, though, and the rain was coming down so hard that peeking my head out for just a moment left my uniform completely soaked. Shimada pushed past me, throwing the door open even wider with his usual lack of regard for anyone and anything around him. My clothes went from soaked to drenched in a matter of seconds. If I were to actually walk out into it, I felt like I'd drown.
なんだこりゃ。真っ暗だぞ。森？
What is this place? It's way too dark out here. We in a forest, maybe?
ひどい雨。こんな中外に出て行ったら服びしょ濡れになりそう。
It's really coming down. If we went out there in a rainstorm like this, we'd get soaked to the bone.
そりゃ見てみてえな。
I wouldn't mind seeing that look on you. Shameless, aren't you?
けど外に出られることは分かったね。片山たち連れに戻ろう。
Anyway, we know we can get outside safely now. Let's go back and get Katayama. How are you? Not a good idea, cause I mean he's got an open wound. Good way to all this rainwater is a good way to give it an infection. And Shimada, find your chill.
ね、ゆうや。
Come on, Yuya. Despite our having found a way out, Yuya's demeanor hadn't changed a bit. He was standing back by the hall, where he could watch over us while also keeping an eye out for anyone else who might happen by. The model of maturity. Or the model of someone who is just basically watching his own back. Shimada, on the other hand.
頑張れよ。俺はもう出るぞ。
You guys go back if you want, but I'm leaving. What?
こんなわけわかんねえところ、とっとと出るに限るぜ。片山のところになんか戻らねえよ。
I'm not about to stick around in this fucked up place any longer than I have to. Screw the others. I'm out of here.
マジで言ってる？
You can't be serious.
あー、当たり前だバカ。脳なしから順番に死ぬようになってるんだよ。あんな奴ら放っとけよ。
Hell yeah, I'm serious. Those assholes are the ones who chose to stay behind. They're just gonna die one by one, and I say let them. Well, they do have some semblance of human compassion for their fellow injured man, Shimada, and well, clearly you don't, so... Bye!
びっくり。いいんだこんなやつ。
Didn't think you were quite that callous. But far be it from me to stop you.
よう、桐崎。お前も来いよ。
Say, Kirisaki, you want to come with me? The tone in his voice said it all. He'd hit the ultimate low. After abandoning his friends to save his own hide, he was now basically propositioning me.
お前には死んでほしくないんだ。
I really don't want to
前
see
から
that.
大事に思ってたからさ。
You've been real precious to me for quite some time, you know. You really are a shameless son of a bitch. With an obviously rehearsed and truly sickening pickup line. He really was the slime ball to end all slime balls. And then fast forward to like 15 minutes later, Kizami comes up and says, "Hold my beer."
信じらんない。何お前、こっち見んなよ。
Unbelievable. What the hell is wrong with you? Get your eyes off me, you jackass! I couldn't believe he had the nerve to pull something like this. I felt like that may have been the first time I'd ever truly yelled at someone. I was absolutely livid. And he wasn't even done. No, he still had plenty of salt left to throw in the wound.
うるせえブス！調子乗ってんなよ！
Oh, shut the hell up, you ugly bitch. Don't go getting the wrong idea. Well, so you're into ugly bitches, are you? Well, I mean, you do you, I guess. But seriously, you're... Yeah, I don't like you, buddy.
せっかく行かせてやろうと思ったのによ。後悔しろや。
I was just trying to be nice and give you a ticket out of this hellhole. But if you don't want it, that's your loss.
死ねえ。こいつマジ切れる。 行こう、ゆうや。
You need to die already! This guy's a lost cause, Yuya. Let's just go. My head was swimming. I was scared. I was angry. I was sad. Every negative emotion brought to the forefront, and every positive emotion pushed away. I didn't look back. I just turned away from Shimada, walked over to Yuya's side, and continued past him into the hallway. Yuya had been watching all of this unfold from the other side of the room, and for a moment he just stood there, staring blankly at Shimada.
あ？何見てんだよ。消えろよ、能面野郎。
Eh? The hell are you looking at? Get out of my sight, you spacey bastard! Shimada then drew a large knife from his breast pocket. Its tip struggled to glisten in the dull light of the room, but it did ultimately succeed. So that's where you got the knife, you Kizami. From this guy. He began waving it around like a dumbass, probably thinking it made him look more menacing.
見ろよ、これ。昨日買ったんだよ。使えそうだろ？いろいろ。
Check it out. Just bought this baby yesterday. Not bad, eh? But I could put it to good use. In a lot of ways.
お前は本当に面白いな。
You are an amusing fellow. Hmm?
あいつ女10人くらいいるんだよ。信じられる？何が大事に思ってたよ。
Does that asshole really have 10 girlfriends? How is that even possible? And yet I'm precious to him somehow. What a crock.
どんだけ女の子バカにしてんの？マジ許せない。
How low of an opinion must he have of women in general pull crap like that? There's just no excuse. I was indignant. I was fuming. I just kept cursing and mumbling as I fast walked back to the third floor to meet up with the others. And all the while, Yuya was keeping pace with me, saying nothing at all. Yeah, you're not very talkative, are you, Yuya? Always the model of maturity, always even-tempered. He really was like a rock. Or maybe he found my mutterings annoying and was just keeping quiet so I'd do the same. I didn't like that possibility one bit. So I mentally slapped myself on the cheek, forced positivity in my voice, and tried to engage him in cheery banter. And I bet he stayed just as silent.
ゆうやはその点誠実だよね。女の子傷つけたこと一回もないでしょ。
You're a far better man than he is, Yuya. You never said or done anything to hurt a lady, right? Well, clearly you never met his sister.
超モテるのに悪い噂聞いたことないもん。ある意味すごいよ。
I mean, I know you've got a lot of women falling for you, but I've never once heard a single bad rumor about you from any of them. It's kind of amazing. I looked at him squarely in the eyes, as if asking him, isn't that right? And for a moment, his eyes did meet mine. But then they went right back to the hall. Was he not used to receiving compliments from women? That seemed hard to believe.
よくわからない。
I'm not sure what you mean. What a cute, innocent response. I must have come across as bipolar to him or something. One second I tried to lighten the mood with small talk or compliments. And then I'd start to feel scared of this school again, or angry at Shimada, or sad for Katayama. My mind just couldn't make up its mind what to feel. Toko's mind has a mind, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here. Toko! Emmy! Isn't anyone there?
美月だよね今の声
Mitsuki.
下の階だ
That was Mitsuki, wasn't it? It was coming from downstairs. Mitsuki's voice echoed up from below, but her friends were waiting for us above. For a moment I wasn't sure which direction to go, but only for a moment. The fact is, our friends were very, very close. So close that I would be foolish not to tell them what was going on or chasing after Mitsuki.
急ごうエミや片山たち連れてみんなで下に行こうよ
Come on, we need to check in with Emmy and the others and follow that voice downstairs. Yuya just nodded and began running up the stairs, and I was right behind him. Sorry it took so long. We found an exit. Come on, we have to get moving. I was out of breath, staring down at the ground and talking to what I assumed would be 3 very attentive friends. But then I looked up. They were all there, but there was no immediacy, no urgency on anyone's face. Emmy and Ohkawa weren't even looking at me, nor at Yuya, but at Katayama. He's dead, isn't he? He bled out. They were fixated on his face, and each bore a sad, hopeless, empty expression. And they certainly weren't about to get moving. There was a general heaviness in the air. Something was very wrong. I gently reached out my hand and touched Emmy's shoulder.
どうしたの
What? What's going on?
トコダメ片山くんどんどん衰弱してる
Toko, Katayama's getting weaker. He's not going to make it.
Ryousuke, 喋らなくなったよ。
Ryousuke,
どうしよう。
why won't you talk to me?
Ryousuke,
Say something. Please. Ryousuke, you were really not taking this well at all, Ohkawa. Not that I exactly blame you. Emmy's eyes were filled with tears. Ohkawa, too, was cradling Katayama's head, and looked like he'd been crying this whole time. His eyes were bright red and his nose was running. Yuya, still saying nothing, just walked over to Katayama's side, bent down, and began examining his wound.
Yuya.
Yuya,
急いだ方がいい。
we need to hurry. The 4 of us silently but unanimously agreed that our best course of action was to pick up Katayama and bring him out through the exit we'd discovered. And we had to be very, very quick about it, or he really would die. I could tell just by looking at him that his time was almost up.
キザミくん背負える
Kisame, can you carry him?
あ、背に乗せるのを手伝ってくれ。
Yeah. I could use your help getting him up on my back, though.
Ryousuke, 頑張れ。みんなが助けてくれるぞ。
Ryousuke, hang in there. We'll save you. As this was all going on, I had that nagging feeling like I was forgetting something. Of course, Mitsuki. We had to go find her. We couldn't just leave her behind after all.
ユウヤどうしよう私2階ちょっと見てきていい 美月の声が気になるんだ。遠くに行っちゃったら。
Yuya, Do you mind if I run downstairs and look for Mitsuki? If she wanders too far, she might. He didn't even have to say anything this time. His eyes told the whole story. Got it. I know I can trust you with this task, they said. And now is enough for me. I shot off down the hall like a bullet. I was determined to find Mitsuki and rejoin everyone en route. I hurried down to the second floor. But Mitsuki's voice was coming from even farther down. I'd have to keep going to the first floor, ahead of the others. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste this opportunity to check out the rest of this floor, so let's just go ahead and get this out of the way first. How? Okay, my darkening is still 6%, so that's good. Ooh. You okay? You look like you are really cradling your head pretty tight there. Is that a noose around your neck? It's a recently deceased corpse, but still a bit warm. Based on appearance and uniform, this is most likely a high school boy. There's a student ID name tag on the ground next to him, but is that an alias? A fake ID? The name on the card seems highly suspicious. Kurashiki Industrial High School, Onda 4th Street. It's one hell of a surname. So what's in here? Hey, I think I recognize you. Are you the same corpse from Mayu's chapter? It's a newly deceased corpse. Based on appearance and dress, she seems to have been female. There's a student ID name tag at her feet. Kurosayama High School, Megumi Onda. We're at 10%. The door is closed up tight. It won't even budge. This door seems like it might just be openable. It's a bunch of dishes? They must have been propped against the door. There are wet, bloody prints all over them. It's a little disturbing. First your hair, and now your dirty dishes, Sachiko. You are just a slob. How does it feel to be... I'm not sure what that says. The writing is partially erased, making it hard to interpret what it might have said. Ooh, that brought up my darkening a good bit. There's a large hole in the floor here. It's much too big to jump over. Well, I guess this saves me the trouble, possibly, of having to go over to this side. I already went in here, yes. Yeah, I did. Actually, no, I didn't. Never mind. The words "kill before you're killed" are scribbled all over the school flyer. There are letters scratched into the corner of the blackboard, seemingly fingernails. Do not trust them, they will betray you. The one who volunteered to go will betray you most severely. You are really susceptible to darkening, I see. It looks like examining most things is just bringing it up bit by bit. Still, I would listen to what this blackboard is telling you. Kizami will betray you most severely. The cabinet is locked. There appears to be numerous thick books inside. They have titles like The Truth of Ties and Adorable Enough to Kill You. What in the world could that last one possibly be about? Well, you being adorable enough to be killed, based on what I can see. There's absolutely no scenery outside this window, just pitch blackness. The window itself isn't budging at all. It simply will not open, no matter how much force is exerted upon it. Why is examining every freaking thing bringing up your darkening? Holy shit. Actually, I should check those two little bits of the hall first. Nothing here. Or here. Anyway, where are you, Mitsuki? I see a corpse. There's a thoroughly decomposed corpse here. The name on its name tag sounds male, but it's a little hard to tell. Matsukaze Prefectural High School. Motohiro Suzuki. How many name tags do I have now? I got all of this school. One more for Taki naming in school. So I got 13 more corpses left to find before I have all the name tags. I hope I find them all. Door leading out to covered walkways frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Okay, good. I'm glad to see that didn't raise my darkening up at least, because if examining locked or frozen doors is enough to bring out my darkening, that would just be truly annoying. I miss Yoshiki. I wonder what that glorious bastard is doing right now. I bet he could take this all these darkening laden influences like a champ and come out swinging. Because he's just that badass. Unless it involves Ayumi. That's his Achilles heel. One way or another, we're going to make it out of the school, all of us together. Okay, let's go up this way. Actually, wait.
さっき美月の声が聞こえた場所から考えると、これ以上先だと聞こえないよね。
No.
戻ってみよう。
If I've got this place mapped out right in my head, I'll just be getting farther and farther from where we heard her voice this way. I should go back. Not until I examine everything. It's a thoroughly decomposed corpse. Having gone completely skeletal, it's virtually impossible to determine gender or age or gender. Fortunately, the deceased name tag seems to have survived. and identifies him as a male student from a trade school. Komashiro Trade School, Turu Takashaki. 12 more. Well, guess I really can't go down this way. That's unfortunate.
さっき美月の声が聞こえた場所から考えると、これ以上
I
先
can't go this way either.
聞こえないよね。戻ってみよう。
It's a half-decomposed corpse. Though kind of hard to tell, appears to be the remains of a female senior high school student. She still seems to be loosely gripping her student ID name tag in one of her hands. Kurashiki Industrial High School. Liana Umura. 11 more. So I can't go down either of these ways. So, where am I supposed to go? If I kept running in circles like this, I'd never find her. I was in a state of panic, and I was allowing it to steer my path. Frustrated with the situation, and with myself for choosing to give up and head back empty-handed, I forced myself to stop and turn. I was going to do what I should have done in the first place. Call out Mitsuki's name with everything I had in me, and hope she responded.
Mitsuki! Mitsuki! Toko!
Mitsuki! Mitsuki, where are you? She could be anywhere by now.
みんないるよ!
We're all here! No answer. Just the cold, lonely sounds of rain and wind bearing down on this old, dilapidated building. This may have been a fairly large school, but sound traveled well in here. If she were anywhere in this hallway, I'm sure she would have heard me. And if she were just here only minutes ago, she definitely should have been around now. Could something have happened to her?
Mitsuki!
Mitsuki? I guess we really are just heading back empty-handed, aren't we? So if this is really the general area where we've heard her voice, then she's definitely long gone by then. So really, you should just go and check out some of these other parts of the school. Hell, even the second half of the second floor by going this way. I mean, seriously, why go back? Just look more. This feels like a pretty contrived way here to keep everybody separated. Oh well, I guess. I guess this is pretty much just how this whole scenario is just gonna play out. So, might as well let it indulge itself. Oh. Oh boy. Hi, it's been a little while since I've seen you. How you doing? Are you feeling homicidal as usual? Are you feeling particularly creative about killing people today? What? Is that a ghost? Well, as is per tradition at this point, I gotta do a spontaneous eye exam on you. So, come here. It appears to be the ghost of a young boy. Show me those peepers of yours. Got you. Yep, those peepers are still as terrifying as ever. You passed your exam. I'd give you a lollipop if I could, but I don't even know if you even like those things or even what flavor you would like. So, and also, now that I think about it, considering you don't have a tongue, it'd be kind of pointless for me to give it to you anyway. So, I'll just put in a good word to any other medical facility you ever visit, I guess. You are a good patient when it comes to eye exams. Oh, come on. That's it. Just got you and a bunch of giggles. You're getting lazy, boy. I expected something that would give me plenty of nightmare fuel to keep me up at night, but no. Giggling isn't inherently scary. Let's step away from you this time. God, what now? The ghost sitting right at the foot of the stairs. How was I supposed to get back up to the 3rd floor? Okay, so you're kind of cutting me off then, aren't you? Yeah, looks like it. Maybe I need to either do or find something here that will drive you away. I guess I could check these classrooms again real fast. Otherwise, I think I'll just go right back to the 1st floor and see if I can go to any of those other sections of the 1st floor I couldn't go to before. I'm not seeing anything in here. The words... Oh, wait, I already read that. My bad. My complete and total bad. Alright, let's go down to the 1st floor again. If there's no obvious way to go back up there, then there must be some way I can... There must be somewhere new I can look at now, yes? Alright, let's try going up north. Well, you gonna let me go through or what? You serious? Wait a minute. You're gonna let me go west, but not north? What about the exit? Oh, hi. You're blue, so you must be friendly. What the hell was that? What just appeared in front of me? It's not an orange bastard, I can promise you that much, so you're good. From the looks of it, you're another victim dragged here again against your will. No? Well, I'll tell you now. There's no escape from this school. There is nothing to be gained here, but despair. Though if you've got an iron will, you might be able to survive for a little while, at least. Here, you should have this. It'll help keep the wandering spirits at bay. Though it only works once. So take it, get out there, and fight like hell. Stay alive as long as you possibly can. Were you a drill instructor in life? You should try drilling me harder. The spirit vanished, but lying on the floor below where it had been was a gemstone. Specifically, a violet-colored gemstone, probably an amethyst. So I can use that to keep the wandering spirits at bay at one time, huh? I guess he meant the full body ones, or would have kept him at bay too. Full body, huh? So maybe I should use it with the kid upstairs? Either way, with this gem, I felt like I could actually get back to my friends safely. I was as helpful as one could expect, all things considered. Acquired amethyst. Yep, that'd be an amethyst. Of course, he also said there was no escape from here. But it was my prerogative to believe what I wanted to believe and ignore what I wanted to ignore. Well, you're far from alone in that category. As far as the rest of humanity is concerned. We all have our own biases. No one is 100% truly impartial. Alright. I'm not here to give you an eye exam, but I'm going to give you a different exam altogether. Your spiritual resistance exam. Specifically, how good are you at resisting spiritual charms? Appears to be the ghost of a young boy. Well, trying to sneak past... You know what? Let's try to sneak past. See if that gives me something different. Nope. Let's use the amethyst this time. I held the amethyst in front of me and approached the spirit. Well, that seemed to do the trick. I'm sorry to say this, kid, but you failed your spiritual resistance exam. No lollipop for you. And incredibly, it actually worked. Both the ghost and the gem faded and disappeared. The stairwell was now free to be traversed. Are you okay? You're looking particularly frightened at me.
さっきまでそこに幽霊みたいなのがいてさ。
Emmy, are you okay? There was, like, a ghost at the bottom of the stairs.
みんなは早く片山連れて出よう。
Where's everyone else? Come on, we have to get Katayama situated and get out of here. Emmy's face was absolutely wrecked with tears. She was shaking her head violently. She wanted to tell me something, but the words just weren't coming. I had a really bad feeling about this. I ran past her to the bathrooms, to where Katayama was being lifted onto Yuya's shoulders when I left. He's dead, isn't he? Why? Katayama's black on the floor, right where you set him down when this whole ordeal began. Why wasn't he on Yuya's shoulders? What was going on? I had an inkling, but I didn't want to believe it, so I pushed it out of my mind.
Yuya, みんな何してるの?
Yuya? What are you all still doing here?
早く片山連れてかなきゃ。
We need to get Katayama ready to go.
会わなかったよ。
He didn't make it. What?
さっきトコが降りた後すごい声を上げてそのまま
Right after you left, you let out a huge scream, and then you just limped. No. Ohkawa's... Well, you're clearly not happy about this at all. I wonder if he's going to keep that same facial expression throughout this entire episode. Well, chapter. I didn't know what else to say. The person had just died. Not some stranger, but a person I knew. A friend. It was the strangest feeling. I kept looking at him and thinking, is he really dead? Is this really what a person looks like when he dies? Seeing him like that drained every last bit of energy I had in me. I fell to my knees, thoroughly defeated.
Ohkawa君、片山君から離れないって。
Ohkawa says he isn't moving from Katayama's side.
どうすればいいの?
So what are we supposed to do now? Emmy and I couldn't stay near the body. We'd gone down to the second floor, where we picked a corner and just stood there, trying to recompose ourselves. Yuya elected to stay with Ohkawa on the third floor. I guess to try and break him from his shock and help put some distance between him and Katayama. None of this felt real. Or maybe I just didn't want it to be real. It was a nightmare. It had to be. I'd just sit up in my bed, and it'd all be over.
どうしてこんなことになっちゃったんだろう?
Why did this have to happen?
覚めないね。おかしいな。
I'm not waking up. I don't get it.
覚めないの。さっきから夢だと思うとしてるんだけど。
I'm not waking up. I keep trying to tell myself this is all just a dream, but...
Toko!
Toko. My energy was waning again. I sank to the ground, landing on my knees. Emmy followed my lead, put an arm around me for comfort. A friend had just died. He just... died. God, why? I already answered this question, or an earlier question, but it kind of follows the same... It has the same answer as the last one I gave. Emmy and I looked at each other. We both heard them. Footsteps coming down the hall. It was too dark to make out who it was, but the gait was decidedly male. The two of us slowly and quietly rose to our feet, hid around the corner and peeked out, both terrified and curious as to whom or what we might see. There, at the end of the hall, the figure finally came into view. It was a tallish man, unsteadily teetering as he slowly strode toward us. It was Shimada, drenched from head to toe. I was wondering when you would show up again.
Shimada-kun!
Ah! Shima!
Huh?
Duh? Emmy shot forward, intending to run toward him. But I grabbed her arm and held her back without even thinking about it. She turned and looked at me, with a puzzled expression.
あいつ、私無理。
I can't handle him.
まさか、なんかされたの?
What? Don't tell me he did something to you. No.
よかった。こんな時だし、起こったことだけでも伝えておかないと。
Thank goodness. At times like these especially, we really need to keep each other in the loop about everything that happens. She looked back at me again as she said this, staring right into my eyes in an almost disciplinary manner. It was the perfect guilt stare. I couldn't help but succumb to it, feeling bad for not having filled her in about the Shimada incident. Didn't really have time to, so... yeah. Shimada continued his slow, wet walk down the hall. Then, all of a sudden, for no discernible reason, he simply fell forward, landing hard on his knees. Something was wrong with him. And while I loathed the man, I didn't want to see him suffer. Emmy and I were both poised to rush to his aid, when other figures randomly began appearing all around him. Figures of children, blue and ethereal, shimmering with their own light. Well, he's in trouble. What? What are they? We could barely even see Shimada from our vantage point anymore, as his body was obscured almost completely by the backs of these ghost children. He wasn't moving, though, so it didn't seem like they were doing anything to him. But then, he wasn't moving. At all. Which seemed highly suspicious. It occurred to me that maybe we should try to save him. Good luck. I inched forward. He was still in exactly the same position he had been when he fell to his knees. He literally hadn't moved at all. Was he unconscious? Emmy and I looked at one another and nodded. It was a silent signal to move forward and do whatever we could to help. Oh. You got impaled by your own knife, I see. The children vanished as we approached, revealing a horrific sight. Shimada's stomach had been flayed open. He was dead. Well, we hardly knew ye, but what we did know, I think I can speak for everybody when I say, you suck. The knife he flaunted earlier was jutting from the wound. It was an almost ceremonial death, like that of a samurai who had thrown himself on his sword. I was actually thinking of that very thing when I saw this. Maybe he committed seppuku, I think it's called. Ritual suicide. No. No! What? Where are those children? How should I know? And they might still be nearby. Kizami, it's horrible. Shimada is... Yuya, who presumably rushed down to see what was wrong, calmly walked over to Shimada's body. He was checking for signs of respiration or pulse. He turned it back to face us again a moment later, and his facial expression said it all. Shimada really was dead. I was beginning to lose it. I just couldn't take any more of this. My friends and acquaintances were dying, one by one. I guess you'd say had died, but it didn't seem like it was over. Not by a long shot. Well, you're right about that.
やばいよ、ここ。何かいる。私たちを殺そうとしてる。
This is bad. There's something in here with us. Something that's trying to kill us. Hell, it was doing more than trying. It had already succeeded twice over. I was scared. I was paranoid. I was shaking and crying and screaming inside. I was deathly afraid that something else would show up. And then it did. Well, hi there, Sachi. It was a little girl in a red dress, standing between us and the third floor staircase. Did you decide to light yourself the hall monitor for today? But I kind of actually felt like going the urge to go up there and read a bit. So could you please move aside? Maybe I could find a book up there that would help these poor saps here learn how to keep you away from them. I couldn't make out the expression on her face through her bangs, but I could literally feel the hatred in her eyes as she stared into our souls. Then she turned around and slid up the staircase into the third floor hallway. What? Emmy was turned the other way, so she hadn't seen the girl at all. She eventually followed our gazes, but by that time, the girl was gone. She looked confused. That particular apparition looked a lot different from the other ghosts I'd seen. But there was still no doubt in my mind. She was definitely a ghost.
大川君は連れてこようよ。とにかく出なきゃ、この学校から。
What do we do about Ohkawa? We have to go get him. We have to get out of this school, now!
私呼んでくる。
I'll go calm him down.
待て
Wait!
ゆうや、私も。
Yuya, I'll come with.
危険だここで待っていろ
It could be dangerous. You wait here. Dangerous? Well, this is the direction the girl in the red dress went. And I guess Yuya didn't want me to be put in harm's way. I nodded, and watched his back recede into the darkness as he chased after Emmy. It's quiet. Too quiet. Something tense must be going on right now. And I bet that involves Ohkawa not wanting to leave his dear friend behind.
落ち着け、トコ。
Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together, Toko.
冷静な心にかなう武器はない。
You know what they say. No weapon can pierce a calm heart.
今一番大事なこ
First
と
time
は
I've ever heard
何？
a saying like that. So, what's the most important thing right now? Keeping calm? Well, actually maybe it's screaming your lungs out. No! 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 What was going on? Why was Emmy screaming? I could hear voices now. Emmy and Ohkawa were having a heated argument.
無理よ。置いて逃げなきゃ。捕まるわ。
That's not possible. We have to leave him and run. We'll get caught if we don't.
こいつを置いていけないだろう。早く病院へ連れて行かなきゃ。
Well, looks like I was right on the money about this. No, we can't leave him behind. We have to take him to a hospital. Ohkawa, he's a corpse.
死んでるわ。
But he's dead.
死んでない。
No, he's not.
死んでる。
He's dead.
死んでない。
He's not.
死んで
He...
ないんだ。
Can't be. Leave him and run? We'll get caught? That ghost girl must have been pursuing them. Something must be, at least.
行かなきゃ。
This is bad. I have to go help them. What the?
人殺し！
Murderer! Well, at least they got him down the stairs. Katayama's body was sprawled unceremoniously on the landing halfway up the 3rd floor, along with Ohkawa. At the top of the stairs stood Emi, and in front of her, Yuya, with an imposing scowl on his face. I didn't understand any of this. What had just happened? Yeah, now I remember. You kicked him down the first game mentioned you kicking him down the stairs, didn't you? This must be that moment. So he was already dead then, so it wasn't actually murder. I didn't understand any of this. What had just happened? Emi let out another scream and came running toward me down the stairs. Ohkawa, then, seemed as if he'd fallen and broken his left arm. He was lopsidedly crawling toward me. It was almost as if he were trying to distance himself from Yuya.
人殺し！人殺し！
Murderer! Murderer! I ran to the base of the stairs to meet up with Emi. I needed some sort of context here.
エミ、何？どうしたの？
Emi? What happened? What's going on?
逃げろ！逃げろ！殺されるぞ！
Run! Run away! You'll be killed!
キサミ君が蹴り落としたの。急に。
Kizami kicked him down the stairs. Out the blue. What? I glanced up at Yuya, but his face was shrouded in darkness. I couldn't make out any expression at all. Ohkawa seemed to have reached his breaking point. He shot to his feet and took off behind me toward the 2nd floor, as fast as he could. Yuya kicked Ohkawa down the stairs? Why?
嘘でしょ。
Yuya, it's not true, is it? Slowly, he walked down to the landing. He was neither concerned nor scornful. His face was a blank slate. As soon as he reached my level, he bent down and began fiddling with Katayama's body, raising the arms, then letting them drop, wiping blood from the ears and nose, then looking at it as if studying a specimen under a microscope. Well, I think now you're about to have that pedestal that you put him on shattered to a million pieces. What the hell? He was enjoying this. I finally got to see an emotion written clearly on his face. And it was elation? How was this not some crazy dream? Tears began spilling from my eyes like water. I was shocked, confused, and I don't even know what else.
Toko! 逃げ
Toko! Get away from him! Hurry!
嘘でしょ
God, no! Emmy and I found ourselves standing in front of the door to the school infirmary.
鍵島田が抜いてなくしちゃったんだよね
Shimada took the key and lost it, so this room is no good.
こんなとこ逃げ込んでもし見つかったら終わりだよ下に逃げよう
If we hid in a place like that, we'd be sitting ducks anyway. We need to go farther down, to the first floor. The poor girl was frantic. I can't say I blamed her, but, well, something about this whole situation just didn't feel right to me.
やっぱり私信じられない
Emmy, I'm still not sure we need to run.
何が
What?
ユーヤがあんな優しいユーヤがひどいことするなんて
I just don't believe Yuya, kind, sweet Yuya, would be capable of something like that.
だって
But
本当に蹴り落としたのよ
he really did kick him down the stairs. It happened!
大川を信じられないよ
He kicked Ohkawa? How can that possibly be true?
じゃあ勝手にすればいいよもう
Fine, do what you want then. I don't care anymore. With that, Emmy pushed me out of the way and ran past me, toward the stairwell leading to the first floor.
エミ
Emmy!
知らない私のこと嘘つきだって言うんでしょ
I have nothing more to say to you. You wouldn't believe me anyway, since you're so convinced I'm lying. And off she went. I was now separated from every one of my friends. But was I really in danger? I mean, I was. But from Yuya? That just didn't seem right. Or more likely, I didn't want it to be. I wanted to believe that this was all a misunderstanding. My legs were shaking, my head was swimming. I just stood there, unsure where I should go or what I should do. And then here he comes with a big, malicious grin on his face. And then there he was, right behind me. And in his hands was Shimada's huge knife. The one that was last seen jutting from Shimada's stomach. It was still dripping with blood. Yeah, I think we confirmed it. He definitely got the knife from Shimada. This definitely made matters more complicated. How could I doubt Yuya's guilt when he was holding something like that? Why did he even have it? Because he has just decided to basically unleash his inner beast, and he's now going to kill you all. For shits and giggles. How could he possibly bring himself to pull a knife from his friend's lifeless corpse? Well, to be fair, Shimada wasn't exactly the friendly kind of guy, so... But I wasn't going to run. I turned around, and I braced myself. I opened my mouth, intent on discussing this rationally. I don't know, he doesn't look like he's in the mood to discuss things rationally. If I ran away now, I felt like it would be all over. There would be nothing left to save. No one left to trust. But what could I possibly say to him? Well... What? I guess I am kind of curious to know. Why did you kick him down the stairs exactly? Let's hear it from the murderous horse's mouth for once.
Yuya, 信じられないよ。どうして?
Yuya, I can't believe you're capable of this. Why? Why did you do it? My body was still visibly shuddering, and my voice was breaking. I'd unconsciously taken an accusatory tone with him, which was not at all what I wanted, but it was too late to take it back now. I hope he didn't notice, but he did. As soon as the word "why" slipped from my lips, his eyes glazed over. It was as if all the warmth and compassion I'd seen there before was tapped and drained, leaving behind nothing more than an empty container.
お前もか。
You too, huh?
同じだな。
You're the same. The same as them. What, a liar? Then he just started muttering to himself and slowly walked right past me, as if I weren't even there.
ユウヤ、待ってよ。何持ってるのそれ。
Yuya, wait! What is that in your hands?
使えそうだ。いろいろ。
I thought I could put it to good use. In a lot of ways.
やめて、捨ててよ。
Stop this! Get rid of that thing! No, I couldn't let this go on. I grabbed him by the arm and just clung to him, putting my full weight on his body to keep him from moving, from going any farther down the hallway. He was at a crossroads, about to walk down a path of no return. And I wasn't going to lose the kind, considerate Yuya I'd fallen for. Well, the thing is, Toko, the kind, considerate Yuya you've fallen for never existed. You're about to learn that the hard way. Unfortunately, the only tools I had at my disposal for stopping him were my feelings. Yeah, feelings versus a sociopath. Good fucking luck. And those just weren't going to be enough. Gah! And if the sociopath finds them surprisingly ineffective. I was so startled that it took me a moment before I'd even figured out what happened.
同じだ。ここでは。
It's the same in here, you know. This is the first time in my entire life that I'd ever been punched in the head. And he put everything he had into it.
この学校に殺されるのも。
Getting killed by this school. I couldn't focus. My brain was still rattling inside my skull from the impact.
俺に殺されるのも。
Or getting killed by me. The world was spinning. I looked up at him with spasmodic, twitchy, tear-filled eyes. There was no sign of remorse or compassion whatsoever. He looked like a feudal warrior, clutching his sword and staring down at his enemy. The area all around my eye was throbbing. It hurt so badly and felt so swollen and sore. I couldn't even imagine what it must have looked like. And he wasn't done with me. He got in closer and closer, grinning unnaturally as he raised his fist for a second strike. Let's test this out on you, shall we? You can be the first. Well, I'm sure that pestle is definitely shattered by now. I was running on pure instinct and adrenaline at this point. I shot to my feet and just forced him to carry me to safety. Somewhere. Anywhere. He was going to kill me. He was really going to kill me. God. felt something rattling around uncomfortably inside my mouth, so I spit it out into my hand. It was white. See, he knocked out a tooth. Wait, a tooth. The title of this chapter is tooth. What's gonna happen? A single white tooth with blood-red highlights at its root. That maniac had actually knocked out one of my teeth! God, my tooth! He was there, just behind me. I panicked, tripping over my own feet and stumbling to the ground on the landing between the first and second floor. I'd fallen on my backside, dropping my tooth on the ground next to me. I began slinking away from the approaching figure of Yuya Kizami. Save me. Somebody. Anybody. God, please. No. No! I was scooting backwards across the floor, too stiff, sore, and scared to stand. But then my hand brushed across something small and metallic. A key! The infirmary key? It's the infirmary key that Shimada lost! Even with my hand right over it, I was shaking so badly that I could barely work my fingers to get a grip. It was the most frustrating feeling in the world. And for a few seconds, it felt like hours. I just kept trying in vain to pick up that damned key. Finally, I slipped my finger through the ring. I had it! This is my one and only chance. Scrambling to my feet, I somehow slipped past Yuya and ran back up to the second floor, as fast as I could force my shaky legs to carry me. I had the key. I could lock myself in. I could hide in the infirmary. Kizami didn't pursue. Not right away. He just stood there, staring. Staring at the tooth I dropped on the ground. Staring intently, as if trying to make out what he was seeing.
Haka?
Her tooth. Oh my god, are you eating it? Pocket knife, you're something else. Can we stop this? This is really kind of creepy. So, Kizami, your whole gripe with people is that you just think that they're all just a bunch of dishonest actors. So, tell me, did eating somebody's tooth give you an important truth about them? Just out of interest. Well, if it gave you a truth, you apparently find it amusing. There didn't seem to be any way to lock the door from the inside. I needed to find a hiding place before Yuya showed up. The corner of the room? Under the bed, maybe? I was scanning every inch of the room as quickly as possible, sizing up my surroundings. My eyes stopped on one of the medicine shelves. Scissors! There's scissors in there! It felt like such a revelation, like the answer I was looking for. But what was I going to do with scissors? Was I going to fight? Fight who? Yuya? I wouldn't stand a chance. I decided to leave them there. I stepped back and crouched down behind the partitioning screen that was set up in the middle of the room. Even if you stood no chance in a straight-up fight, it's better than nothing. Might as well injure him. There's a ghost girl in red dress coming. Urabe had run back to the bathrooms on the third floor to warn Ohkawa about the imminent threat that was approaching. Unsurprisingly, he was still crouched down on the ground, cradling Katayama's lifeless head in his arms. And he was still stubbornly insistent that if he were to leave that spot, he'd have to carry Katayama with him. That's not possible. We have to leave him and run. We'll get caught if we don't. No, we can't. Wait, so is this a flash? So this is a flashback. Back to what happened, yeah? Get taken to the hospital. But he's dead. No, he's not. He's dead. He's not. He can't be. What a stubborn, foolish man. I'd had enough. Okay, so I guess I'm playing this from Kizami's perspective. I decided I'd rip Katayama's body from Ohkawa's arms and kick it down the stairs. It made one hell of a thud when it hit the landing. But he was already dead, so what did it matter? As long as it helped get Ohkawa moving, I didn't care. So you just decided to do it just out of a desire to basically get him to snap out of it. Hell of an extreme method, I gotta say. But at least I now kind of understand why you did it. See? Look. He's dead. So get your ass off of that floor and run!
目を覚ませ。片山はもう死んでいる。早くここから逃げるんだ。
Open your eyes. Katayama is dead. We have to get out of here now. Kizami. Urabe was looking at me, then at Katayama's body, then back at me, as if she couldn't make up her mind which was more interesting. I don't think that's interesting as what was going through her mind, buddy. But why was she looking at me? Did I have something on my face? Ohkawa, on the other hand, was focused squarely on Katayama. He was trembling all over, but I thought he finally understood. Then he turned toward me. Murderer! Yelled like a madman and ran down the stairs toward his friend's body. He wasn't exactly in his right mind, however, so his last few steps didn't quite go as planned. He tripped and fell, quite hard, next to Katayama. And that's how you injured your arm. Murderer. Who? Me? I wasn't the one who killed Katayama. Run! Run away! You'll be killed! I see. In here.
学校に殺されるのも俺に殺されるのも同じってことか。
Getting killed by the school and getting killed by me are one and the same.
どうせみんな死ぬのだからな。
We're all going to die here either way, after all. Well, Ohkawa, you really did convince him then to basically stop suppressing his inner homicidal urges. Corpse Party book. Wait, is this the credits? Well. Okay, I'm not gonna... Okay, we're at credit sequence, but I'm not going to call this truly over until I get to the end of it here and see if I unlock anything. So yeah, good going, Ohkawa. You calling him a murderer for basically kicking your friend's corpse down the body, it was basically the final thing that pushed him over the edge, so to speak. Not that I really blame you for your reaction and all, but still. There's no way this can be the end. There's gotta be something here that will unlock after the credits are over. Because then what exactly would be the point of both the first half of the opening of the game, with that scene with Naomi and everything, and then the very, very beginning opening with Chapter 1, where Ayumi's sister predicts something bound horizon, because I think that might have been in the present time. I could be wrong on that, though, but... And then, of course, you know, the Book of Shadows. Like, I've gone through basically this whole game now, and I still haven't found anything here really talking about something like the Book of Shadows. So, there's gotta be something. There has to be. Prologue Blood Drive chapter is now playable. I knew it! I knew it! I called it! There was something I had to unlock. I fucking knew it. And Blood Drive, so a prologue to Corpse Party Blood Drive, I assume? Look at that. Blood Drive, right at the very bottom. Yeah, I freaking knew it. I damn well knew it. There was no way that those 7 chapters had to be everything that this game had to offer. There had to be something here that would tie into both what I saw at the very beginning, the opening sequence of the game, and just the Book of Shadows thing. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna finally learn what the deal is with these 2 things in the prologue chapter for Blood Drive. Yes. Again, assuming that's exactly what it is, and it's basically a prologue chapter to Blood Drive. So, let me look at my unlocked stuff here real quick. Well, I almost got all the music and cast interviews unlocked. And as for the albums, I'm close to getting 70% as well. Okay, before I decide anything else, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that other choice with Chapter 7 when given the option to ask Kizami a question and see maybe that would influence things in any way. Because, I don't know, maybe it might... Let me check the ending list real quick. Huh. So, Blood Drive has only 1 ending, so I guess I don't need to make any choices at all with that thing? Which I guess will be fine, because that means all I need to do then is just sit on through and enjoy the ride. Or not enjoy the ride. I'm probably not going to enjoy it. It's probably going to end up causing more suffering and misery for me and everybody involved in it. But who knows? So, yeah, so both endings for Tooth are unlocked. So, I guess it wouldn't matter then? If I asked Kizami if he was okay? Ah, fuck it. I want to see what he says. Are you alright? My body was still visibly shuddering, and I doubted I'd have much of a voice if I tried talking. But I just wanted this all to be a horrible mistake so badly, I knew I had to say something. I knew I had to get through to him. Maybe he was just freaking out in his own way. This whole experience had been taxing for all of us, and Yuya is only human. No. He's human, but he's the underbelly of humanity. He must have been terrified. If there is one thing that man is incapable of feeling, it is fear. And maybe I could help get him through it. Get him to talk about what's bothering him and feel a little better. It was worth a shot at least.
Yuya, 大丈夫?
Yuya, are you alright?
キリサキ、浦部と大川はどこだ?
Kirisaki, do you know where Rabe and Ohkawa are?
どうして?
Huh? Why? No answer. He just started muttering to himself and slowly walked right past me, as if I weren't even there.
Yuya! 何するの? 何持ってるのそれ?
Yuya, what are you doing? What do you have in your hands?
使えそうだ。いろいろ。
I thought I could put it to good use. In a lot of ways.
やめて! 捨ててよ!
Stop this! Get rid of that thing! No, I couldn't let this go on. Okay, this is starting to look the same. Yeah, this is definitely looking the same.
同じだ。ここでは。
It's the same in here, you know.
この学校に殺されるのも、俺に殺されるのも。
Yeah, this really is starting to look the same. Yeah, I pretty much played out exactly the same, so that choice really didn't matter at all. Go figure. So, I guess come the next episode, I will start what I'm going to assume is the final chapter of Book of Shadows. So we're pretty much at, in which case if I'm right, then we're pretty much at the end game of this thing. Kind of excited, not gonna lie. I'm quite curious to see what Blood Drive will have in store for me. So yeah, we all have that to look forward to in the next episode, so I guess I'll just go ahead and cut things off here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next time. Take care.